funerals are naturally somber occasions, but I'm sure Dad would tell you to not be sad. He had a great life, a cherished, a charmed life. Perhaps his only regret would be that so many of his friends are here today, and he's not able to share a life with you. Nonetheless, this is a good time to step back and take stock. What will we remember about John Koetting? What have we learned from him? For your benefit, I have assembled a top 10 list. Let's start with something easy. Chicken is best served fried with the skin extra crispy. No debate about that. Number 2, beer is best served cold. It doesn't matter if it's in a can or a bottle or on draft, as long as the label says Budweiser. There is one exception, however. If you give up beer as your Lenten sacrifice, as my dad did, you are allowed to drink Bud Light, because that's not really beer and it doesn't count. Now, I really shouldn't joke about that though, because as you can tell, Dad was a devout Catholic, so much so that some referred to him as the Pope of our family and would ask him for dispensation if you missed Mass. Number 3, the finest exports of St. Genevieve, Missouri, the small town 60 miles to the south of St. Louis where my dad grew up, are its people, the weekly edition of the Herald, of which he was a lifelong subscriber, Overly Dog sausage, and liver dumplings. Let's talk about the people for a moment. What an amazing group of lifelong friends. The Grobies, the Kleins, the Sadlers, the Fowlers. Over the years, my parents added considerably to their list of friends, like the Bergers, the Trailers, the Prechtels, the Steenbergs, the Helms, the Jokins, the McKeans, Dillingers, DeWiggs, Keatings, and as you can see, many, many more. Number 4, all kinds of music should be appreciated. Yes, that means both country and bluegrass. Now, I'd like you to raise your hand if you went to a live music event with my parents. We should look around and see how many people have their hands. Okay, now, raise your hand again if you weren't actually a fan of the music, but you went because you knew you were going to have a great time with my dad. That's why you went. Number 5. There's only one thing better than 18 holes of golf with your friends, and that's the 19th hole with your friends. Dad was the leader of his golf group, the Dysfunctionals, and he looked forward to the weekly match and spending time with those guys. Ultimately, this group saved his life on the golf course, and we're grateful for the extra time we got with Dad as a result of their heroism. All right, number 6. Exercise is not as important as you might think. Now, I know this goes against common wisdom, but let's look at it from Dad's point of view. If you told Dad that for the last 20 years of his life, that he would abstain from alcohol and fried food, and spend a few hours in the gym every week, really grunting and sweating, that he might live a few years longer. Or he could enjoy eating and drinking pretty much whatever he liked, and go to the gym occasionally, under duress, never spending more than 35 minutes strolling on a treadmill or leisurely pedaling a recumbent bike, and enjoy good health until the age of 82 and died briefly after an illness, he would say he absolutely made the right choice. Come to think of it, this isn't an entirely hypothetical situation, because I think that's exactly what my mom told me. I was with Dad 2 weeks ago in the hospital, and he was having a tough time. But there were a few moments when his breathing was easier, and he asked me to come closer. He wanted to share something. He swore me to secrecy, but I guess now I can tell you. He said that secretly, he didn't really mind yard work and going to the gym. He just kind of liked to make Mom work for him. true. Actually, he really and truly hated yard work and going to the gym. But he did it anyway, and he did it because he loved mom. All right, number 7. When selecting a birthday, anniversary, or Christmas gift for your wife, jewelry is always an excellent idea. Surprisingly, a new KitchenAid mixer is a terrible gift idea for Christmas 1979. Portions of that drama played out in the parking lot of St. Simon's Church on Christmas morning, and I personally have benefited from this information. Now, I remember the story in part because with the benefit of many years of hindsight, it's humorous, but also because it was so rare to see my parents anything less than laughing at the moment. Number 8. It is possible to be good with numbers and contracts and taxes and all that left brain analytical stuff and still be an extroverted people person. Now, admittedly, this is a rare combination, but this is what brought my dad success in his professional career. In retirement, he focused on managing his own portfolio, and although he didn't talk about it much, and he certainly didn't brag, he was a skilled and successful investor. Number 9, it is important to know how to relax, how to really relax, how to fully enjoy a warm afternoon on a golf course, or best of all, a few hours sitting on the Doris' dock, watching a fishing line bobber, preferably with a grandchild by your side. Dad's ability to relax was an important counterbalance to Mom, a woman who prepares a to-do list each morning as she pours gasoline on her cornflakes. Number 10. A personally written poem or limerick is the highest honor that can be bestowed on a loved one. Such poems should generally include questionable double entendres, regardless of the occasion or the age of the recipient. It is best written under extreme time pressure, preferably on a yellow pad, in the car on the way to the venue. Raise your hand if you're the recipient of one of Dad's poems. There's one last thing that I'd like you to remember about Dad. Tom Koetting always had a twinkle in his eye. He was glad to see you. He wanted to be with you. He wanted to talk with you. He wanted to laugh with you. He wanted to have a drink with you. In the last few weeks, his body just wouldn't allow it. So it was time to go. Time for the party to end. So here we are, a few days after the party's ended, and we're experiencing something like a hangover. We don't really feel like ourselves, and we're sad because we know that